Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, honorable members, former speakers, former deputy speakers, the bureaucracy, former House leadership, principal officers, may I please observe all protocols in view of the time. My name is Honorable Chibudom Nwuche. I was the rep for Ahoda East and Abua Odwa Federal Constituency in 1999 to 2003. I had the singular privilege to have served under two speakers, Honorable Salisu Buhari, whose tenure was short-lived, and thereafter Ghali Na'Abba came on board as speaker. And Ghali Na'Abba, we're here today to honor his memory. He was a speaker for excellence. He led the House without a compass roadmap, because it was then that democracy was birthed in 1999, the current dispensation. Our House was full of members who had dreams for the country, who were very young, very vibrant. Most had no godfathers. They came by themselves. That was why you saw the independence of that House. And that was why we survived all the attempts, because members who stood behind us were extremely principled, and they kept faith with leadership. You know, there was a singular act that we proposed for the welfare of Nigerians, but we pushed just against the executive, the NDDC Act. That was where Ghali Na'Abba showed his detribalized nature, and he was a pan-Nigerian. He was from Kano, from the north, but he supported the South-South, the oppressed people of the South-South. He ensured that the bill was passed, and when the president at that time refused to sign, he mobilized the House to override the veto by 2/3 majority. That was the character of Ghali Na'Abba. He believed in the independence of the legislature, working in harmony with the other arms of government, but working to safeguard the public. Ghali passed that act with all our members voting for it, and that was how his problems began. At that point, the feeling was that if they can muster 2/3 majority to override the veto, they could do more than that. So Obasanjo became on the defensive and tried to remove us several times, but by his grace and the support of members who were behind us for no consideration beyond loyalty, Ghali and I stayed the full term. Ghali was a good man. Ghali was a good man. May God grant his soul repose. May he comfort the family. Ghali was a leader whom I believe we should immortalize, because he led this House creditably. He worked with the Senate in harmony, with Chibu Okadibo, very harmoniously, the Senate. At that time, the House was the driving force. I recall when we were called upon to protect the Senate, and which prevented the impeachment of Chibu Okadibo. Members stood by me to pass a resolution that if the Senate removed Chibu Okadibo, that would no longer work with the Senate. And we moved from this House, marched to the Senate floor, and we stopped the impeachment of Chibu Okadibo. That was Ghali's motivation. Ghali was not in town. He was on a conference in India. But he said to us, I'm not available now. Please go ahead and ensure that Chibu Okadibo is protected, because he hasn't done anything beyond projecting the National Assembly. So Ghali was a good man. And I must thank our members who stood by us. But without them, we would have been very vulnerable, because we were fighting principalities. But thanks to their commitment, we survived that tenure. Ghali is gone. All I would plead is that, let me thank the Speaker who intervened to assist in Ghali's ailments. Let me thank other Nigerians who did. Let me thank my former governor, Mr. Nwuche. I went to him 2 years ago for the first intervention. He generously supported that process. Let me thank members who are tasking themselves in these difficult times to support Ghali's family. Let me thank you also for protecting Nigerians in these hard times, for placing their welfare beyond all else. May God bless Ghali's soul. May God guide his family. May God give us the courage to live the principles he has set. Thank you very much.